Gabriel says your soulmate's forgotten message is here, and Archangel Michael says your blessing has arrived. Open this immediately. My beloved child, this message did not appear on your screen by accident, because heaven has been pushing this moment toward you with unstoppable force, and right now the air around you is shifting with a silent urgency that you can feel even if you don't understand it fully yet, so don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you in the next words and you must stay till the end. A divine trigger has been pulled in the unseen, a door has been unlocked above your life, and Gabriel is whispering with a blazing intensity that your soulmate's forgotten message must reach you tonight, pulling your spirit forward with a force you cannot resist, so stay till the end. The real revelation comes after every breath. You are not here by luck, you are here by command, and the heavens are aligning themselves around a single purpose, to deliver what was delayed, to uncover what was hidden, and to release what was locked away from you for far too long. Don't skip, because this moment is more important than you realize. Archangel Michael steps forward behind Gabriel now, his energy pushing through your atmosphere, and he says with thunder in his tone, your blessing has arrived, and you will not lose it if you keep your eyes on these words till the last breath. Gabriel's voice is rising now, glowing like a flame in the darkness, and he speaks your name in the heavens with a clarity that cuts through everything that has ever stood against you, so don't skip, because what he is about to reveal carries the weight of destiny and the fire of truth. He says that your soulmate tried to speak to you, not once, not twice, but many times, and every message was blocked by fear, confusion, timing, or the shadows that surrounded their past, and this is the moment when heaven finally intervenes to break the silence, so stay till the end, because the next lines carry the key. There is something they never said, something they never confessed, something they wished they had spoken when they had the chance, and Gabriel says the forgotten message is waking up right now like a heartbeat that never died. Don't skip, because you are seconds away from the revelation. Archangel Michael steps closer and says softly yet powerfully, I am cutting the ropes that tied your destiny down. Walk with me through this message, and you will understand what has been waiting for you. Your energy is being lifted as you read this, your spirit is being aligned with something that was meant to reach you long ago, but couldn't, because the world interrupted it too many times, so don't skip, because the divine is reconnecting what was disconnected. Gabriel says there is a reason your heart has felt restless, a reason your intuition has been louder, a reason your dreams have been strange or vivid lately. It is because your soulmate's message has been vibrating around your energy field, trying to break through, and now the veil is finally thin enough to be pierced, so stay till the end, because everything is about to make sense. A heavenly urgency surrounds this moment, and even the angels are standing still, watching you, making sure you read every line, because this message is a turning point. Don't skip, Michael says this timing will not repeat. Archangel Michael raises his sword and declares, no force, no spirit, no shadow will block what is meant for you tonight. Gabriel moves closer, and the light around him intensifies like a rising storm, swirling with celestial electricity, and he says the reason this message comes to you today is because heaven cannot wait any longer, the timing is too critical, the connection too important, so don't skip, the next sentences hold the start of what your heart has been needing. Your soulmate has been carrying unspoken feelings, unresolved emotions, an unfinished sentence written inside their spirit, and heaven has chosen this exact moment to deliver it to you through divine interception, so stay till the end, because the message itself is wrapped in layers that will unfold slowly. Gabriel says your soulmate loved you, or still loves you, in a way they never fully understood themselves, and this confusion kept them silent when they should have spoken. But now the angels refuse to let another cycle close without truth, so don't skip, because the forgotten message is rising through every word. And Michael's voice echoes again with command and clarity, you are not alone in this revelation. I stand beside you as the truth comes forward. Gabriel's wings expand behind him as if the atmosphere itself bends to his presence, and he speaks with a trembling urgency, telling you that the forgotten message from your soulmate did not disappear, it was trapped, frozen in the spiritual realm, waiting for a moment when you were strong enough to receive it, so don't skip, because this is that moment. Heaven has reviewed every tear, every delay, every lonely thought that echoed inside you, and Gabriel says nothing you felt was wasted. It was all preparation for this unlocking, so stay till the end, because your heart will recognize what comes next. There is a spiritual cord between you and your soulmate, a cord heaven never cut, but circumstances weakened, tangled, and dimmed, yet it never broke, and tonight it begins to glow again, so don't skip, because this awakening is rare and powerful. Michael steps forward and declares with thunder, what was dormant is rising, what was silent is speaking, what was hidden is returning to you. Gabriel leans closer as if he is whispering directly into the core of your heart, and he tells you that your soulmate has been dreaming of you more than they realize, because the divine realm has been stirring memories inside them, so don't skip, because these dreams hold the map to your connection. Some nights they wake up with an ache they cannot explain, a pull towards someone they feel but cannot name. And Gabriel says this ache is your soul touching theirs in the silence, so stay till the end, because heaven is reconnecting you through energy first. Your soulmate is regretting a silence, regretting a moment when they should have told you something important, something that has the power to change everything between you, and heaven is done watching them hold it in, so don't skip, because you are about to feel what they never said. Archangel Michael's voice becomes softer now but even more powerful. Truth is being delivered to you because your heart deserves clarity, not confusion. Gabriel now begins unfolding a layer of truth your spirit has been waiting for, and he says your soulmate has been protecting you from something, silently, secretly, from a distance, and they never told you because they feared you would see them as weak, so don't skip, because the truth will shift your understanding of them. They sense danger, spiritual interference, or the presence of someone who wished to block your happiness, and without saying a word, they shielded you in ways you never knew, so stay till the end, because heaven wants you to receive the gratitude that was never spoken. Gabriel says your soulmate has always cared more than they showed, and heaven is tired of the world misrepresenting the connection you were destined for, so don't skip, because the forgotten message will reveal the depth of this love. Michael speaks again with divine force, no shadow can hide the truth anymore. I am lighting your path. Your energy is shifting right now, rising slowly like warmth in the center of your chest, because Gabriel is opening the container that holds your soulmate's suppressed emotions, and the air around you thickens with revelation, so don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you in the next paragraphs. Gabriel says the forgotten message carries 3 layers, the truth they felt, the fear that silenced them, and the timing heaven is correcting now. Each layer will unfold in divine order, so stay till the end, because heaven needs you present for all of it. Your soulmate felt your presence even when you weren't there physically, and Gabriel says this spiritual recognition is rare, ancient, and written into your destiny long before you were born, so don't skip, because you are witnessing your own soul history. And the voice of Archangel Michael moves again through this moment, radiant and absolute. Walk through this message with courage. I am guarding every step. Gabriel's light brightens further, as if heaven itself is peeling open above you, and he reveals that the reason this message is coming so urgently is because your soulmate is approaching a breakthrough, a moment of clarity that heaven must prepare you for, so don't skip, because timing is everything. They are starting to remember the emotions they buried, starting to feel the pull they once ignored, starting to understand that the silence they kept is no longer bearable, so stay till the end, because their awakening is connected to yours. Gabriel says their soul is calling out for connection, not out of desperation, but out of destiny, and the divine realm refuses to let them continue walking blind, so don't skip, because this message is the beginning of their remembering. Michael's tone deepens into certainty as he speaks again. Awakenings like this are not accidents. They are divine interventions. The angels have begun adjusting your energy field now, strengthening your intuition, heightening your awareness, amplifying your spiritual senses, because Gabriel needs you aligned to receive the next layer. So don't skip, this shift is part of your preparation. You may feel tingles, warmth, or a gentle pressure around you. These sensations are the signs that heaven is clearing space around your destiny, removing energetic debris that once blocked clarity, so stay till the end, because clarity is coming. Gabriel says the forgotten message was never words alone, it was a promise, a vow made in spirit, a connection sealed before lifetimes, and this message is the beginning of the vow resurfacing, so don't skip, because the vow is waking. Michael stands taller at your side and says, no force will interfere with the revelation you are about to receive. Gabriel now begins to uncover the emotional layer of the forgotten message, the part that touches your heart directly, and he says your soulmate wanted to tell you they were scared, scared of losing you, scared of not being good enough, scared of not knowing how to love you correctly, so don't skip, because this confession is sacred. Their fear made them distance themselves at times, or stay silent, or act as though they didn't care when they cared too much, and heaven watched this internal conflict grow heavier inside them. So stay till the end, because you are finally hearing the truth behind their behavior. Gabriel says they didn't forget you, the world tried to distract them, but heaven never allowed the connection to be erased, and now their heart is returning to what it always belonged to, so don't skip, because the emotional truth is unlocking. Michael whispers like a storm calming, you deserve to be seen. You deserve to be understood. Your soulmate felt things they never said, longing, admiration, fear, desire, confusion, and Gabriel is showing you the emotional storm inside them, a storm they tried to hide from you and from themselves, so don't skip, because this storm is now parting. Heaven says your connection has always been fated, but humans are imperfect, fragile, and easily misled by fear, and that is what delayed this union, so stay till the end, because heaven is correcting the delay. Gabriel says your soulmate's heartbeats have begun shifting, they feel drawn to you again without knowing why, sensing something familiar, something missing, something incomplete, and heaven is guiding their emotions toward clarity. Don't skip, because the stirring has just begun. Michael lifts his sword again, radiant with blue fire, and declares, I am aligning your paths. What was separated will be reconnected. Gabriel's light folds around you like a shield as he prepares to reveal the next layer of the forgotten message, and he warns you that this part of the truth carries weight, raw emotion, and the echo of something your soulmate wanted to confess but couldn't, so don't skip, because the next lines touch the core of your destiny. He tells you your soulmate once stood at a crossroads with your name in their heart and fear in their breath, and instead of choosing courage, they chose silence, not because they didn't care, but because the intensity of what they felt scared them. So stay till the end, because the silence is breaking. Gabriel says they tried to walk away from the connection many times, but every attempt only pulled them back toward you spiritually, as if an invisible hand kept turning them around, and this hand was divine intervention. So don't skip, because heaven has been shaping this union longer than you know. And Archangel Michael's voice enters like blazing thunder. Your paths were written together. They cannot escape what heaven has sealed. The atmosphere thickens with divine vibration as Gabriel reaches for the emotional imprint your soulmate left in the spiritual realm, and he says this imprint has been pulsating with longing, regret, and unfinished communication. So don't skip, because you're about to feel what they felt. Your soulmate kept telling themselves they had time, that someday, when they were ready, when life was calmer, when wounds healed, they would speak their truth, but heaven watched them delay again and again. So stay till the end, because heaven no longer allows delay. Gabriel says this message is being delivered now because your soulmate recently felt an emotional jolt, a sudden rush of memory and energy connected to you, and that shock awakened the feelings they buried. So don't skip, because you are part of their awakening. Michael steps beside Gabriel and declares, "Truth ignored becomes truth exposed." This is the hour of exposure. Gabriel now unveils the spiritual truth. You and your soulmate share a mirrored vibration, a resonance that cannot be broken by distance, silence, or time, and this vibration has been intensifying lately, pulling you together in ways the world doesn't understand. So don't skip, because this pull is important. When your heart felt restless, when random emotions rose without explanation, when you thought of them unexpectedly, it was because their soul was thinking of you at the same time, and heaven amplified the connection. So stay till the end, because the synchronicity is intentional. Gabriel says your soulmate has been searching for peace, answers, direction, but they keep returning to the same internal truth. Your presence once gave them stability, clarity, and grounding, and they are beginning to realize that losing that was their biggest mistake. Don't skip, because this realization is the catalyst for what comes next. Michael whispers softly yet powerfully, "The heart always returns to what it recognizes." Gabriel moves his hand and reveals a memory, your soulmate holding onto a moment with you long after that moment passed, replaying something you said, something they felt, something they saw in your eyes, and Gabriel says this memory has been haunting them lately. So don't skip, because this memory is resurfacing for a reason. They tried to bury it, forget it, hide it under distractions, noise, responsibilities, and pride, but heaven has been pulling the memory back into their awareness again and again. So stay till the end, because this resurfacing is not random. Gabriel says they are finally understanding the depth of what they lost, and this realization is shaking them in ways they can't explain, pushing them toward transformation. Don't skip, because the transformation will lead them toward you. Michael lifts his fiery sword and declares, "When the heart awakens, the path clears." Gabriel begins to speak with greater urgency now, telling you that the spiritual realm has been rearranging events, shifting timelines, and preparing your soulmate's emotional field for reconnection, because heaven refuses to let this blessing slip away. So don't skip, because something huge is unfolding around you. Your soulmate has been sensing a pull toward you, a magnetic force that grows stronger each day, even if they don't consciously understand why, and this pull is heaven calling them back to what belongs to their destiny, so stay till the end, because destiny is active. Gabriel says heaven will not let them settle for something less than what their soul knows is true, and the forgotten message they carried is becoming louder inside them, louder than fear, louder than confusion, louder than doubt, so don't skip, because the message is turning into action. Michael's voice surges, I am removing every block that kept this truth from reaching you. The energy around you vibrates stronger now, as if your spirit is being lifted into alignment with divine timing, and Gabriel says your soulmate's soul is preparing itself to approach you, not physically yet, but spiritually first, because all reconnections begin in the unseen, so don't skip, because this spiritual approach has already started. Gabriel shows the image of your soulmate thinking about the past with a softer heart, a clearer mind, and a deeper longing, realizing how deeply your energy shaped their life, so stay till the end, because this longing is sacred. Heaven is calling them back to the place where their soul felt peace with you, and Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried was simply this, I never stopped caring. So don't skip, because that message is about to bloom into something much bigger than words. Gabriel now warns of something important. Your soulmate fought against their feelings, denying the connection at times. Trying to convince themselves that what they felt was temporary, but heaven watched them fail at this denial over and over again, so don't skip, because this truth is crucial. Every attempt to move on left them feeling emptier, not fuller, because the connection between you wasn't meant to be replaced, it was meant to be fulfilled, so stay till the end, because heaven is guiding them back to fulfillment. Gabriel says the reason this message comes urgently is because your soulmate is close to a breakthrough, a moment when everything inside them will shift into clarity, and heaven wants you emotionally ready, so don't skip, because you are being prepared. Michael adds with power, love guided by heaven cannot be lost. Gabriel's final words in this part come with a warning wrapped in blessing. There are forces that tried to separate you, energies that created confusion, people whose influence pulled the two of you apart, but heaven is stepping in now to restore what was divine from the beginning, so don't skip, because restoration is coming. Your soulmate's breakthrough will not be small, it will be emotional, spiritual, and life-changing, and heaven is preparing the path for communication, alignment, and truth, so stay till the end, because your heart must be ready for what approaches. Gabriel says that the forgotten message will turn into a visible sign soon, a message, a dream, an unexpected shift, something unmistakable, and when it happens, you will know heaven initiated it, so don't skip, because you are closer to manifestation than ever before. Michael ends this part with a declaration of fire, your blessing has arrived. Claim it. Gabriel descends closer, and the light around him shifts into a deeper blue-gold aura, signaling that the emotional layer of your soulmate's truth is opening fully, so don't skip, because this is where revelation turns into activation. He says your soulmate has been feeling emotional waves recently, moments of sudden sadness, unexplained longing, a quick tightening in the chest, and these waves are their soul remembering the bond it tried to silence, so stay till the end, because their heart is waking up. Gabriel reveals that heaven has been working behind the scenes, using signs, dreams, synchronicities, repeating numbers, and emotional surges to bring your soulmate back into alignment with the truth they ran from, so don't skip, because this alignment is unfolding even now. Archangel Michael speaks firmly, no more running. The heart will turn back to what belongs to its destiny. Gabriel touches the air with a gentle light, and the energy ripples outward like a pulse, showing you that your soulmate has recently felt your absence more intensely than ever before, so don't skip, because this emotional pull is divine. They have tried distracting themselves, talking to others, staying busy, burying themselves in responsibilities, but the emptiness keeps returning, reminding them of your presence, your energy, your impact, so stay till the end, because their resistance is breaking. Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried was rooted in longing, in fear, and in the belief that you deserved more than their brokenness, so they chose silence instead of vulnerability, but silence has now become unbearable. Don't skip, because heaven is pushing them toward confession. Michael whispers with certainty, truth suppressed becomes truth demanded. Gabriel's eyes glow brighter as he reveals the spiritual contract between you, yes, a divine agreement made before birth, promising connection, growth, and emotional activation, and this contract is now being pulled into motion, so don't skip, because destiny is unrolling itself in real time. Your soulmate has reached a point where avoiding this connection causes them more pain than facing it, and Gabriel says heaven has intensified their emotional intuition to awaken what they tried to bury, so stay till the end, because their awakening is accelerating. Heaven is urging your soulmate to heal wounds they ignored, confront emotions they suppressed, and recognize the love they still hold for you, even if they have never said it out loud. Don't skip, because this revelation is the start of reconnection. Michael steps forward in radiant light. What is meant to be healed will be healed. Gabriel begins to remove the veil over their heart, and he reveals something powerful. Your soulmate feared hurting you because they didn't trust themselves, they didn't trust their timing, and they didn't trust their ability to love you correctly, so don't skip, because the truth behind their silence matters. They believed you deserved someone more stable, more healed, more prepared, but heaven is showing them that love grows through connection, not perfection, so stay till the end, because heaven is rewriting their beliefs. Gabriel says your soulmate was never avoiding you, they were avoiding the version of themselves they feared wasn't enough, but heaven is now pulling them into a new version, stronger, clearer, and ready to acknowledge the bond. Don't skip, because transformation is here. Michael speaks with commanding compassion. Courage is being poured into their heart now. Gabriel's energy shifts into a luminous current, and he tells you your soulmate has recently felt a sudden desire to fix things in their life, to clean their space, to resolve unfinished tasks, to simplify their surroundings, because their spirit is preparing for emotional clarity, so don't skip, because the shift is beginning internally. They don't realize it consciously yet, but these internal movements are spiritual preparations for reconnecting with what matters, and heaven is guiding every step, so stay till the end, because these signs are not accidents. Gabriel says your soulmate is being spiritually urged to open their heart, to soften their emotions, and to acknowledge the truth they refuse to say, and this urge grows stronger every day. Don't skip, because emotional breakthrough is near. Michael lifts his sword and declares, barriers around the heart are cracking. Gabriel unveils the forgotten message now, slowly, carefully, like unwrapping ancient treasure, and he says your soulmate wanted to tell you why they held back, so don't skip, because this explanation will heal misunderstandings. They were afraid of loving you too deeply, afraid of losing control, afraid of being vulnerable, and the fear of losing you before ever truly having you made them run from their own feelings, so stay till the end, because heaven wants to heal this fear. Gabriel says your soulmate didn't trust their ability to protect your heart, but heaven is now showing them that they were chosen for you for a reason, and that a divine match cannot be broken by human fear. Don't skip, because this truth changes everything. Michael whispers powerfully, "Love chosen by heaven will always find a way." The air vibrates with a rising frequency, and Gabriel reveals that your soulmate has been feeling pulled toward a major emotional decision, one they have resisted for a long time, but heaven is now guiding them to confront the truth directly, so don't skip, because this decision involves you. They are being spiritually urged to reconnect, to communicate, to seek closure or clarity, and to acknowledge the emotions that never left, so stay till the end, because this urge is heaven-sent. Gabriel says their heart is finally realizing what the mind denied, that your connection was never random, never temporary, never replaceable. Don't skip, because this realization is transforming them. Michael adds in a deep, steady tone, "Truth always rises when the soul is ready." Gabriel's wings curve around the energy of your future, showing that your soulmate is entering a cycle of emotional opening, self-honesty, and readiness to confront their feelings, so don't skip, because you are entering that cycle with them. They are beginning to see signs everywhere, numbers, dreams, memories, flashes of emotion, that point back to you, and heaven is using these signs to direct their heart toward reconnection, so stay till the end, because the signs are aligning perfectly. Gabriel says the forgotten message is now fully awakened. Your soulmate never stopped feeling for you, they only stopped believing they deserved you, and heaven is healing that belief, so don't skip, because the healing will reach you too. Michael lifts his sword of light again, his voice echoing, "Your blessing is unfolding. Receive it." Gabriel steps closer now, his wings shimmering with deep gold light, and he says the divine timeline of your connection is shifting into motion, so don't skip, because the movement happening now is irreversible. Your soulmate has entered a moment of emotional awakening, a point where their spirit can no longer ignore the truth, no longer suppress the longing, no longer silence the feelings they tried to bury, and heaven is guiding them toward clarity, so stay till the end, because clarity reshapes everything. Gabriel says their heart has begun remembering the softness, the purity, the safety, the unique resonance they felt with you, and this memory has become louder than fear, louder than pride, louder than anything that kept them from speaking, so don't skip, because the memory is pulling them toward action. Archangel Michael says with absolute power, "I am restoring what fear tried to destroy." Gabriel reveals a vision, your soulmate sitting in silence, thinking about you without meaning to, feeling emotions rise in their chest that they thought were long gone, so don't skip, because this is part of their returning. They may not speak it yet, may not understand it fully, but heaven shows their spirit leaning toward you, reaching toward you, remembering you, and seeking you in the quiet moments, so stay till the end, because their soul is remembering before their mind does. Gabriel says they are beginning to sense that the connection they had with you was not ordinary, not casual, not accidental, and this realization is pushing them to reflect on everything they didn't say, everything they didn't do, everything they didn't admit, so don't skip, because regret is waking them up. Michael's voice moves through the moment, they are being guided by heaven's hand, not their own confusion. Gabriel's energy intensifies, and he warns you that your soulmate is approaching a turning point, a spiritual threshold, where heaven will require them to make a choice, so don't skip, because this choice involves you deeply. They will feel compelled to confront their emotions, to face the truth they avoided, to acknowledge what they really felt, and heaven will not let them hide behind old fears anymore, so stay till the end, because the breakthrough is near. Gabriel says heaven is preparing the atmosphere for reconnection, sending signs to both of you, shaping coincidences, aligning thoughts, stirring dreams, and guiding intuition all toward one direction, each step bringing you closer, so don't skip, because destiny is aligning. Michael declares powerfully, no confusion will survive this awakening. Gabriel now reveals something that heaven kept hidden until this moment. Your soulmate thought about reaching out to you many times, but fear, pride, or uncertainty kept stopping them at the last moment, so don't skip, because this hesitation is about to break. They typed messages but didn't send them, opened your profile but didn't speak, thought of approaching but held back, yet every time they hesitated, heaven recorded the intention, so stay till the end, because heaven is now giving them the courage they lacked. Gabriel says the energy that once held them back is dissolving, and soon the emotional pull will become too strong to resist, guiding them toward clarity and communication. Don't skip, because heaven is preparing the moment of release. Michael whispers in a steady command, the silence between you is cracking. Gabriel shows a vision of the path ahead, faint at first, then glowing brighter, revealing that your soulmate is being called to face their deepest fear, vulnerability, so don't skip, because this confrontation leads directly toward you. They have been afraid of expressing their heart, afraid of revealing their emotions, afraid of loving you openly, but heaven is draining this fear from their spirit, so stay till the end, because this purification is happening now. Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried is transforming into a desire to speak, a desire to reveal, a desire to confess what they once hid, and this shift is irreversible, so don't skip, because confession comes after awakening. Michael says clearly and fiercely, their heart is being turned toward truth. Gabriel leans into your energy, wrapping you in a warmth that signals heaven's preparation, and he tells you that your soulmate has been feeling emotional earthquakes, tiny shifts inside that shake old beliefs loose, so don't skip, because these shifts are guiding them back to you. They feel nostalgic moments, emotional flashes, waves of longing without reason, as if someone is calling their name in the distance, and Gabriel says you are the one their soul hears, so stay till the end, because the call is intensifying. Heaven is dissolving their doubts, removing distractions, and peeling away illusions so the truth of the connection can stand unblocked and unchallenged. Don't skip, because you are watching divine recalibration unfold. Michael lifts his sword again, glowing brighter. Destiny is reclaiming what belongs to it. Gabriel's wings stretch wide as he reveals the next truth. Your soulmate is entering a phase of emotional honesty, where pretending no longer works, hiding no longer works, staying silent no longer works, so don't skip, because the exposure is beginning. They will begin seeing your face in their mind more often, feeling your presence in their emotions, sensing your energy even when they try not to, because heaven is restoring the spiritual cord between you, so stay till the end, because this cord is awakening. Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried, the message heaven refused to let die, is simple yet powerful. I care for you more than I ever admitted. So don't skip, because this message will soon take form in your physical reality. Gabriel begins to open the layer of truth involving your future, and he says your soulmate will soon face a moment where they must choose honesty over fear, clarity over confusion, courage over silence, so don't skip, because this moment is extremely close. They will feel pulled toward communication, pulled toward closure, pulled toward a conversation they postponed for too long, and heaven will make their intuition too loud to ignore, so stay till the end, because breakthrough always follows pressure. Gabriel says heaven is preparing both of you for a heart-opening shift, a realignment that clears the emotional fog and reveals the truth that lived inside both hearts all along. Don't skip, because this shift leads to manifestation. Michael declares in deep resonance, your blessing is arriving through clarity. Gabriel speaks the final truth of this part with a flame-like power. The divine realm has cleared the path for reconnection, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, and nothing can block what heaven has ordained, so don't skip, because manifestation is approaching. Your soulmate is being led toward revelation, not by randomness but by divine timing, divine interference, and divine orchestration, and everything inside them is being prepared to speak the truth they hid, so stay till the end, because heaven wants you ready as well. Gabriel says the forgotten message will not remain forgotten, it will surface in the form of signs, emotions, dreams, communication, or events that push you both into alignment. Don't skip, because the biggest shift is still ahead. Michael ends this part with a blazing promise, the bond heaven created cannot be undone. Gabriel steps forward with a deeper intensity now, his wings shifting into a radiant white-blue glow that signals a powerful spiritual activation, so don't skip, because the next words carry the vibration of destiny unfolding. He says your soulmate has reached the stage where their spirit cannot lie anymore, where their soul refuses to let them continue pretending they feel nothing, and heaven is pushing them toward emotional truth, so stay till the end, because truth leads straight to you. Gabriel reveals that every time they tried to let go of your memory, it returned stronger, deeper, heavier, because your connection lives inside their spiritual architecture, not their mind, so don't skip, because this connection is eternal. Michael speaks in a steady, thunder-like tone, what is written in the soul cannot be erased by the world. Gabriel shows the image of your soulmate pacing emotionally, unable to settle, unable to ignore the growing intensity inside their heart, and he says they have been feeling a spiritual restlessness that they cannot explain, so don't skip, because this restlessness is awakening. They may feel sudden sadness, sudden longing, sudden urge to reach for you, even if they try to suppress it, because heaven is magnifying the emotional pull between you, so stay till the end, because this magnification will lead them toward action. Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried is resurfacing from their subconscious and moving into their conscious awareness, and once it enters their conscious mind, they will no longer be able to silence it. Don't skip, because this shift is happening now. Michael whispers with divine firmness, their heart is remembering you. Gabriel gently opens another layer, revealing that your soulmate has been experiencing divine signs, numbers, symbols, synchronicities, pointing them toward you, and heaven has intensified these signs over the last days, so don't skip, because this is divine intervention. They see the same numbers, hear the same song, feel the same emotional tug at the same moments, and Gabriel says these signs are heaven's way of guiding their spirit back toward alignment with you, so stay till the end, because alignment is happening. Your soulmate feels you emotionally in ways they cannot explain, sensing your energy, feeling your presence, experiencing flashes of your memory, and Gabriel says this is the universe preparing both hearts for reconnection. Don't skip, because the preparation is real. Michael declares, heaven speaks in signs when the heart is ready to listen. Gabriel reveals a truth that shakes even the angels watching. Your soulmate feels guilty for the way things ended, for their silence, for their fear, for their hesitation, and this guilt has become a weight they cannot escape, so don't skip, because this guilt is turning into motivation. They replay moments in their mind, moments when they should have spoken but stayed quiet, moments when they should have stayed but walked away, moments when they should have trusted but doubted, and these memories are waking their heart, so stay till the end, because awakening leads to change. Gabriel says their guilt is not a punishment, it is a catalyst heaven is using to push them toward accountability and emotional honesty, guiding them closer to speaking their truth. Don't skip, because truth is coming. Michael's voice echoes fiercely, guilt becomes healing when the heart chooses truth. Gabriel now reveals the hidden part of your soulmate's emotional struggle. They feared losing you forever if they approached you unprepared, so they held back, convincing themselves they would return when they were stronger. So don't skip, because they are realizing time has run out. Heaven is showing them that waiting cost them more than acting, and Gabriel says this realization has shaken them into a deeper emotional clarity, so stay till the end, because this clarity will lead them toward action. Your soulmate no longer wants to hide behind excuses or delays. They are beginning to understand that you were not a temporary presence but a divine appointment in their life. Don't skip, because heaven is illuminating this truth. Michael says in a low, powerful tone, they are awakening to what you truly are to them. Gabriel's wings expand and the atmosphere shifts into a higher vibration as he reveals the next truth. Your soulmate is entering a phase of emotional craving, a deep yearning to reconnect, to speak, to feel closure or continuation, because heaven is stirring their desire. So don't skip, because the yearning grows stronger. They may feel pulled to check your profile, think of your name, replay old conversations, or imagine scenarios involving you, and Gabriel says this emotional pull is heaven's way of reconnecting the threads of fate. So stay till the end, because the threads are weaving back together. Gabriel says the forgotten message, their unspoken truth, is becoming louder than their hesitation, and soon it will become a voice they cannot silence, pushing them toward communication. Don't skip, because communication is coming. Michael lifts his sword again and speaks, the heart's truth cannot be buried forever. Gabriel reveals something heaven has hidden until now. Your soulmate has been praying for guidance, asking the universe for clarity, seeking answers in secret moments, and heaven has begun responding by directing their heart toward you. So don't skip, because this guidance is divine. They may not realize it consciously, but heaven hears every question they whisper, every fear they hold, every hope they feel but don't express, and Gabriel says heaven is guiding them toward emotional courage. So stay till the end, because courage leads to confession. Gabriel says your soulmate has reached the point where their inner voice is louder than the world around them, and this inner voice is calling them back to you. Don't skip, because their soul has chosen truth. Michael declares powerfully, their spirit is being aligned with your destiny. Gabriel now reveals the emotional shift happening inside your soulmate. They are beginning to regret the time lost, the distance created, the silence kept, and heaven is magnifying this regret to motivate them to act. So don't skip, because action follows regret. They are realizing that no one else made them feel the way you did, no one else touched their spirit, no one else awakened their heart, and this realization is shaking them awake. So stay till the end, because their awakening is your blessing. Gabriel says the forgotten message they carried is transforming into desire, desire to express, desire to reconnect, desire to correct the past, and heaven is guiding every emotional step. So don't skip, because divine momentum is building. Michael whispers in intensity, your connection is entering a new phase. Gabriel ends this part with a revelation burning like fire. Your soulmate is closer to reaching out, closer to speaking, closer to revealing the truth than ever before, and heaven has already begun clearing the path for divine communication, so don't skip, because you are witnessing destiny unfold. He says your heart has been prepared, your energy has been lifted, your intuition heightened, because heaven knew this moment would come, and now your soulmate's heart is entering alignment with yours, so stay till the end, because the final stages are beginning. Gabriel promises that nothing, no fear, no confusion, no interference, can stop what heaven has ordained, and the forgotten message will soon break into your reality in a sign, a shift, or a communication. Don't skip, because the manifestation is near. Michael ends with a vow, the blessing has begun. Gabriel's presence grows stronger, glowing with a deeper celestial heat, as he reveals that your soulmate is standing at the emotional cliff of transformation, one step away from breakthrough, so don't skip, because the shift happening in their heart is divinely timed. He says your soulmate has been fighting an internal battle between fear and truth, between hesitation and desire, between silence and confession, and heaven has finally tipped the balance toward truth, so stay till the end, because truth is rising. Gabriel explains that this internal battle has exhausted them. They cannot continue pretending, cannot continue ignoring the pull, cannot continue running from the connection heaven keeps highlighting, so don't skip, because they are ready to surrender to what their soul already knows. Archangel Michael declares with blazing certainty, what is rising inside them cannot be stopped. Gabriel opens a corridor of light, revealing that your soulmate's thoughts have become more focused, more emotional, more nostalgic, and heaven has been guiding these thoughts to awaken old feelings, so don't skip, because the awakening is intentional. They remember the comfort of your presence, the energy of your voice, the softness of your connection, and these memories have begun pulling at their hearts stronger than ever before, so stay till the end, because memory is becoming magnetism. Gabriel says their heart is craving the safety and authenticity they felt around you, something they struggled to find anywhere else, something their soul recognizes as home. Don't skip, because the craving is not emotional weakness, it is divine recognition. Michael whispers powerfully, the soul always returns to its mirror. Gabriel reveals that heaven has been rearranging your soulmate's emotional landscape, removing distractions, exposing illusions, unmasking temporary connections, so their heart can finally recognize the truth without interference, so don't skip, because heaven is clearing the path. Your soulmate is beginning to realize that what they thought was lost was actually waiting, what they thought was over was only paused, and what they thought they buried is alive and rising, so stay till the end, because this realization is transforming them. Gabriel says the forgotten message is now fully active inside them, echoing through their thoughts, dreams, and intuition, growing louder each day until it becomes impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because the echo is turning into action. Michael speaks in radiant force, the veil between you is thinning. Gabriel shows you the emotional shift that happened recently, an event, a memory, a moment of weakness or longing, that triggered the breakthrough in your soulmate's heart, so don't skip, because heaven initiated that moment. They may have seen something that reminded them of you, heard a song that opened their emotions, or felt a sudden wave of nostalgia that shook their spirit, and Gabriel says this trigger was divine, so stay till the end, because the trigger will lead to confession. Your soulmate realized in that moment how much they missed your presence, your energy, your essence, and the realization pierced their heart in a way they cannot forget, so don't skip, because this moment is the beginning of their return. Michael declares with certainty, their spirit is turning toward you in truth. Gabriel now reveals that heaven has been softening your soulmate's heart, breaking down emotional walls, dissolving old defenses, removing fears they once clung to, so don't skip, because this softening prepares them for connection. They no longer feel the same resistance they once felt. Instead, they feel a new openness, a new curiosity, a new emotional readiness, even if they cannot explain it logically, so stay till the end, because spiritual readiness always arrives before physical action. Gabriel says their heart is slowly surrendering to the truth it has avoided, accepting that the connection with you is not a coincidence, not temporary, not replaceable. Don't skip, because surrender leads to revelation. Michael whispers in deep, unwavering tone, love softens everything it touches. Gabriel expands his wings over your timeline and reveals that divine timing is now fully active, orchestrating events that will push your soulmate toward emotional honesty, so don't skip, because timing is everything. They will experience moments where silence feels heavy, where honesty feels urgent, where communication feels necessary, and heaven will nudge them toward acting on these emotions, so stay till the end, because heaven is directing them. Gabriel says they will soon feel compelled to express something that has been buried inside them for too long, something heaven refuses to let remain hidden. Don't skip, because you will soon hear what they never said. Michael declares, the hour for truth is closer than you think. Gabriel shines a light into your soulmate's emotional core and reveals another truth. They are afraid of losing the chance to make things right, afraid that staying silent will close the door forever, and heaven is magnifying this fear so they act, so don't skip, because urgency is rising. They can feel that time is moving, that destiny is shifting, that something big is approaching, and Gabriel says this pressure is divine guidance, not anxiety, so stay till the end, because pressure leads to breakthrough. Your soulmate will begin feeling drawn to reach out, drawn to check on you, drawn to reconnect, even if they resist at first, because heaven is pulling them toward closure, clarity, or reconnection, so don't skip, because you will feel this energy too. Michael whispers with raw authority, the heart will speak. Gabriel reveals something powerful. Your soulmate is about to enter a season of emotional courage, where they will feel braver, clearer, and more willing to take steps they avoided in the past, so don't skip, because courage opens doors. They will begin questioning their past decisions, wondering why they held back, why they stayed silent, why they didn't choose openness when they felt so deeply, and these questions will lead them toward truth, so stay till the end, because heaven is guiding every thought. Gabriel says their soul is preparing to approach you, not recklessly, not from confusion, but from clarity, intention, and emotional readiness. Don't skip, because this approach is divinely orchestrated. Michael lifts his sword again and says, the reunion of destiny is already in motion. Gabriel ends this part with a message that trembles with divine power. Your soulmate's spiritual, emotional, and energetic awakening is now unstoppable. Heaven has activated every layer of truth inside them, and the forgotten message is ready to surface, so don't skip, because the revelation is approaching. He says the connection between you and your soulmate is beginning to realign, recalibrate, and reconnect across realms, and nothing can block this divine movement anymore, so stay till the end, because the finale is near. Gabriel promises that the next phase will bring clarity, visibility, communication, and signs that cannot be ignored. Don't skip, because heaven is preparing you for a moment that changes everything. Michael speaks the last line of this part: your blessing is not coming, it has already started. Gabriel appears now in a radiant blaze of gold and sapphire light, the final stage of this divine revelation glowing through him like a rising sun, and he says with unshakable certainty that your soulmate's forgotten message has completed its awakening, so don't skip, because what comes next is the climax heaven has prepared for you. He says the veil between your hearts is fully open, the spiritual blockages removed, the emotional fears softened, and destiny itself is stepping forward to reveal what was kept hidden, so stay till the end, because the end carries the true beginning. Gabriel reveals that your soulmate's soul is reaching out right now, right in this moment, as you read these words, feeling drawn to you in a way they cannot explain, and heaven is amplifying their emotional clarity, so don't skip, because your energy is calling them. Archangel Michael says with booming command, the message rises now. Nothing can silence it. Gabriel uncovers the deepest truth: your soulmate never forgot you, not for one moment, not for one heartbeat, not for one season, and though their mind tried to move on, their soul never did, so don't skip, because this truth breaks the last chains. He says your soulmate's heart held on to the connection in secret spaces, in quiet thoughts, in unspoken dreams, and though life pulled them in different directions, heaven always anchored them back to you, so stay till the end, because the anchoring is powerful. Gabriel reveals that your soulmate is now confronting the emotions they hid for too long, emotions they feared, emotions they denied, emotions they didn't know how to express, and heaven is giving them the courage to speak, so don't skip, because their confession is forming. Michael whispers sharply, they will speak. Heaven will make sure of it. Gabriel shows a beautiful yet intense vision, your soulmate sitting in silence with their own heart, realizing the depth of what they feel, realizing the truth that lived beneath every fear, and realizing that you were never a passing moment, you were destiny, so don't skip, because this realization is the foundation of everything. Heaven is guiding them to understand what they could not see before, that the love, the connection, the pull, the alignment was spiritual from the beginning, and this spiritual truth is now overriding every doubt, so stay till the end, because doubt is dissolving. Gabriel says they will feel emotionally compelled to reach out, compelled to reconnect, compelled to speak, not because of longing alone, but because destiny will not allow silence anymore. Don't skip, because destiny is speaking loudly now. Michael declares, I am placing courage in their heart as we speak. Gabriel reveals now the exact core of the forgotten message, the part their soul has been trying to say for a long time but their fear never allowed. And he says, your soulmate wanted to tell you this. You changed me in ways I never admitted. You touched places in me I never showed. I cared for you more deeply than I ever let you see. So don't skip, because this message is the blueprint of their awakening. Heaven confirms that this truth will soon reach you in physical or energetic form, through signs, communication, dreams, coincidences, or a shift that reveals their heart, so stay till the end, because manifestation is near. Michael whispers, the truth you deserved is coming. Gabriel then opens a timeline of your future, revealing that reconnection does not begin with words, it begins with energy. Your soulmate will first feel emotional sensitivity, then longing, then internal pressure, then a realization, and then an overwhelming desire for clarity, so don't skip, because this sequence has already begun. He says heaven designed this path so that both hearts are prepared, both spirits aligned, both emotions awakened at the perfect divine moment, and that moment is now unfolding, so stay till the end, because timing is perfection. Michael declares powerfully, divine timing never arrives early or late. It arrives when destiny commands it. Gabriel's voice becomes gentler now, filled with compassion, as he reveals that your soulmate has been healing silently, healing wounds, healing fears, healing insecurities, all guided by heaven so they can approach you with clarity instead of chaos, so don't skip, because healing brings union. Heaven has shown them lessons through people, experiences, emotions, and moments that opened their eyes to their own patterns, and this spiritual growth is the key to your reconnection, so stay till the end, because their growth was part of the divine plan. Gabriel says they will enter a phase where their dreams become clearer, their intuition sharper, and their heart louder, all pointing in your direction. Don't skip, because heaven is preparing them for you. Michael speaks softly but with fire. Healing creates the doorway for love to return. Gabriel now reveals that heaven is bringing both of you into emotional alignment, removing fears from both hearts, clarifying intentions, and preparing the energy of reconnection, not chaotic, but divine, so don't skip, because alignment is crucial. Your soulmate will soon feel that reaching out is not merely a desire, it is a necessity, a calling, a spiritual urge they cannot resist, and this urge will grow each day, so stay till the end, because the urge will manifest as action. Gabriel says the forgotten message will not remain spiritual much longer, it is transitioning into physical form, preparing to reveal itself in your reality. Don't skip, because manifestation is already in motion. Michael whispers, the bridge between you is being rebuilt by heaven. Gabriel shows you the final stage unfolding. Your soulmate will soon face a moment where they cannot hide from their feelings anymore. A moment where silence hurts more than speaking. A moment where separation feels impossible. A moment where their soul will push them to take a step toward you, so don't skip, because this moment is closer than you think. Heaven is already aligning circumstances, thoughts, emotions, and events around this breakthrough, creating a divine window where their heart will finally move, so stay till the end, because the window is approaching. Gabriel says their heart will no longer be able to resist the truth that you were the connection they never fully understood but always deeply felt, so don't skip, because this truth is the core of union. Michael declares, the heart cannot run from destiny. Gabriel ends this final revelation with a message so powerful it vibrates through the heavens. Your soulmate's heart has awakened. The forgotten message is alive. Destiny is moving. The reconnection has begun. Heaven says the signs will intensify, the emotions will heighten, the pull will grow stronger, and the message that was once locked will move toward you in the form heaven chooses, so don't skip, because you are standing at the threshold. Gabriel promises that nothing can block the blessing, nothing can delay the truth, nothing can stop what heaven has ordained, so stay till the end, because you are already inside the transformation. And Michael speaks the final divine decree. Your blessing has arrived. Receive it. Walk in it. It is yours.